Good evening and welcome to UBC News Tonight, today on the 24th of July 2026. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. In our top stories of the day, the Vice President Jessica Lupo has hailed the China-Uganda Agricultural Cooperation Industrial Park as a key driver of the country's agricultural transformation through agro-processing. Lupo also called for faster transformation of Uganda's agriculture from subsistence farming to commercial high-value agribusiness, saying the shift is critical to achieving the country's target of growing the economy to $500 billion by 2030. Lupo made the remarks while leading a delegation of senior government officials on assessment tour of the industrial park in the central Ugandan district of Luweero. Details in this report.
Practices to commercialize high-value modern agribusiness. Last year, I learned with delight about Uganda's first chili consignment of 11 tons exported to China. That was flagged off by His Excellency the President himself in Kamuli district. I take the pleasure to congratulate you on the milestone and thank you for working with our farmers, especially from Musoga region, who greatly contributed to the chili consignment. Seeing the operational progress across the poultry farm, the pineapple processing plant, and the chili processing plant that is being completed, I would like to congratulate the chairman, the management, and the investors of this park on the registered milestones. These three major facilities are proof of what South-South cooperation, backed by the support of partners like the Food and Agricultural Organization and the government of the People's Republic of China, can deliver in terms of value addition, import substitution, export promotion, as well as wealth creation and job creation. Thank you for giving opportunity to our Ugandan young people to get placement in the industrial park. We have also been briefed that the egg processing plant is currently employing 48 Ugandan workers. We are sincerely appreciative to you for according them the chance to explore their potential in the industrial park. This progress, industrial growth requires a fully responsible and responsive public sector. An industrial park cannot thrive in isolation. It requires seamless infrastructure, reliable utilities, access to capital, and favorable policy environments.
The High Court Judge David Matovu has directed all parties in lawyer Elias Lukwago's bail application to file written submissions, after which court will deliver its ruling on the 30th of July 2026. This was during the mention of Elias Lukwago's bail application case at High Court Criminal Division in Kampala. Details in this report.
After denying him bail at Machinde Chief Magistrates Court, lawyer Elias Lukwago filed another application in High Court Criminal Division before Judge David Matovu. Elias Lukwago was on Friday brought to court under tight security for the mention of his bail application. Before Judge David Matovu, court directed parties to make written submissions, after which court will deliver its ruling on 30th July 2026.
Counsel for the respondents should file submissions in reply by lead day on the 28th of July. In case of any submissions in rejoinder, let the same be filed by 11 p.m. on the 28th of July.
During the same sitting, Elias Lukwago expressed to court the unpleasant treatment he's experiencing while in prison, including taking medicine on an empty stomach.
I'm predisposed, my lord, to TB infection because almost on a daily basis There are TB cases which are established. Even the clonazepam, the bromazepam I'm using as sedatives, they are no longer effective because of my situation, my Lord. With lots of drugs causing a lot of dizziness and the excruciating pain I am having at the back, the neck here.
But court did not make those orders, but asked the prison's authorities, one, to do what is required in the circumstances after consulting the medical team in Luzira. So we will follow up with them to ensure that he gets the facilities that he needs, especially those that were recommended in the Mulago report.
Notable among those who stood sureties for Elias Lukwago was Haji Abdallah Sewankambo, Elias Lukwago's elder brother, lawyer Katumba Chrysostom, Betty Namboze Bachireke, Member of Parliament for Mukono Municipality, and Moses Kasivante. Among the grounds Elias Lukwago raised for the bail include having a fixed place of abode in Ibura Zone, Wakaliga, Lubaga Division, Kampala District, and the presumption of innocence. Other grounds include his health status, that he is suffering from hypertension, and that the medical specialist at Mulago Hospital ordered for specialized treatment in India, which can't be provided in Uganda under prison conditions. Elias Lukwago was recently committed to High Court Criminal Division to face a full trial on one count of misprision of treason. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nance Subuga, UBC News.
In more news tonight, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, called upon the people of Kakumiro and Ugandans at large to turn up in big numbers tomorrow to participate in the national cleaning exercise. The Premier is also a Kakumiro woman member of Parliament and was this evening addressing a mammoth crowd of people who attended the Thanksgiving ceremony for the Minister of Works, Fred Byamukama, at Chikwaya in Kakumiro District.
Nabanja majegere aliyokuchoka. Nabanja oye! Prime Minister oye! Omukoro tutandikire saa tuzanye enkyakara kubaire kulya kunywa nokurura abazantu ntyaguza olunaku lwa bugangayizi wesifuna n'opposite mukama wetu Prime Minister kandi tukusimba webale ebitune bitunyoire ebilioni 10 baziresirege tuyambire muno
ha mukoro guno gwenganjani yaitu subi mwebale muno bana bugangayizi mwebale bana Kakumiro kubana eriso eri kurora hara mwebale kubentwiga mwebale
Right to Honorable Minister of Works and Transport. Ekyo mukimanyire? Buli akaba Minister of State Transport. Baitu ati kyona kye. Muterere President omungalo kantu musinga. Abakuwagira Fred emikono haiguru. Abakuwagira Nabanja emikono haiguru. Inywe mukagamba Nabanja wenka. Inywe nabapaira akaruru mweterera mungalo. Abakuwagira President emikono haiguru. Mwikirize munyegaita otusime Fred akatandikira okwokya mumuterera mu ngalo z'amaani abokuba Nkamurora alugudo lwatu lwa Mubende ijweri Nkamurora alugudo lwa Nakawuka enkola eyo tewali kuzikiza abokuba President agambire Kisanja no more corruption. Twine ibanja eliyokora chorus korasi bakwenda abantu korasi erugano Kikwaya egende kandi ati niwo okutunanizibwa Kikwaya tugende Bugwara twetolole Pachwa tulabeyo tugende Kibale Mbabo tulugeyo tugende Nkondo tugende Arweyo kurabali Kinanka Kinunda ekiro kyanyekya government ya NRM ekwebwemera okutinisa President Museveni egambire deka abantu bona tubere b'ekumi ekyo kibi nyekya olunaku lwa nyekya twijja kutuga saha emu eya nyekyakala kwika saha ina tukugenda kutwara kachafu wena ebiveera obuchafu bwona omu trading center omumaka ganyu mwikane mukora olwanyekya lwa government taliwo motoka eratambula taliwo pikipiki eraikirizibwa inywena murugeyo omubikalo bya lukale omubutale amasomero gaitu
nabanja jo.
Over 90 billion has been unlocked through the Judiciary's special mediation session conducted by the Commercial Division of the High Court, demonstrating the growing impact of alternative dispute resolution in settling commercial disputes and reducing case backlog.
To address the persisting challenge of case backlog, the judiciary has continued to promote alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, including plea bargain in criminal matters and mediation in civil disputes. One of the special mediation sessions was conducted by the Commercial Division of High Court from 18th to 29th May 2026, focusing on banking, loan and credit-related disputes. Out of 527 registered cases, 417 were handled, while 97 cases were successfully concluded, unlocking more than 90 billion for businesses and financial institutions.
The mediation fortnight was a highly successful ADI initiative that significantly decongested the court's docket. But what is very important for us, and which we are very proud of, is that we were able to unlock disputes worth 90 billion shillings, which demonstrated a significant...
Judge Anne Mugenyi highlighted what led to the success. However, there were challenges encountered.
There were some complex commercial and banking disputes which required more time, and we agreed as mediators that even though the 60-day rule applies, if there is some kind of potential towards a successful mediation, would extend the period a little more.
More than 23 judicial officers and mediators participated in the mediation fortnight.
There are misunderstandings that happened before, but because they were not given an opportunity to be able to air them out in a free space, then they begin to speak up.
There are those who came ready to mediate and have their matter settled from the get-go, while there were a few others who came with a negative stance.
But for individuals in banking cases, sometimes you find a witness come and then they break down. So it takes a toll on them.
In attendance was the Governor of Bank of Uganda, Dr. Michael Eting Ego, who commended the judiciary for that remain a successful mediation session.
Parties who once at the same table could design tailored repayment plans and negotiate interest concessions that no judgment, however sound, would have troubled itself to craft. This is what mediation does, and adjudication cannot.
Dr. Ego, however, proposed measures to further strengthen alternative dispute resolution in the judiciary.
Streamline the concept judgment in chambers or electronically, so that settlement reaching the mediation room does not lose momentum in a registry. Treat the cases for ADR suitability at the point of filing, so that suitable matters are identified before court resources are spent on them.
The Principal Judge, Lady Justice Jane Francis Sabodo, says with alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, it has helped to reduce case backlog and enhance public confidence in the judiciary.
We're celebrating the achievements, but we have also candidly taken note of the lessons learned, and we should also ask ourselves what worked well, what challenges remain. The Commercial Division continues to lead by example And I encourage you to keep innovating and sharing these successes across other divisions and circuits.
The meeting attracted judicial officers, bank managers, chief executive officers from banks, mediators, parties to commercial disputes, and mediators who outperformed others in handling disputes were awarded. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nance Subuga, UBC News.
The second Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honourable Crispus Chiyonga, has cautioned medical practitioners against the increasing establishment of pharmacies and drug shops without qualified pharmacists, warning that the trend poses a serious risk to public health. Chiyonga made the remarks while officiating at the launch of Uganda's first locally manufactured Pistomag magnesium sulfate injection, produced by Piston Medical Limited. Details in this story.
The launch of Uganda's first locally manufactured magnesium sulfate injection has been held as a major step toward reducing maternal death. The life-saving drug is used to treat several high blood pressure in pregnant women, helping prevent complications such as eclampsia. Speaking at the launch, Second Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Crispus Chiyonga said local production of medicine will improve access, saves lives, and strengthen Uganda's healthcare system.
Who is most pleased is His Excellency President Museveni. He's been the strategic planner for this country. He's been looking forward so that we can be self-sustaining. We can depend on ourselves for as many of the products that we need as possible.
However, Dr. Chiyonga cautioned medical practitioners to remain professional and only dispense medicine to only trained pharmacists to prevent the public from the dangers of drug-related effects.
Because even in America now, you can't just go and buy any drug. There are prescription drugs, the others which you can buy off counter. So here, anybody goes to a pharmacy and gets a drug. Any drug.
At the event, Health Minister Dr. Crispus Chiyonga hailed the local production of magnesium sulfate injections as a major milestone in improving maternal health care.
Made a deliberate effort to support investment, and like the Minister of Finance has said, we are happy to see our own Ugandans investing in serious areas like manufacturing of drugs.
What we are trying to do, we are increasing our capacity by threefold, because after testing the market for the last 1 year, we have realized that actually what we were trying to do is proper, and the market has taken up our products, and now what we are worried about is that we may not be able to fulfill the market.
He said the medicine is critical in the management of preeclampsia and eclampsia conditions that remain among the leading cause of maternal death. Both Chiyonga and Bariomus pledged to present the challenges affecting local pharmaceutical manufacturers to cabinet, including unreliable electricity supply and the poor road infrastructure.
Shows that our interventions have had impact, that maternal mortality ratio, which is a measure of women who die because of childbirth-related complications.
The Permanent Secretary and the Minister of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, appealed to the government to establish an industrial park dedicated to medical manufacturing to accelerate growth in the sector.
In asking, we wrote even to the President to give us dedicated industrial park for pharmaceutical industries. We have lost many pharmaceutical industries who came, they want to establish.
The proprietor of Piston Medical Limited highlighted the journey of developing Uganda's first locally manufactured magnesium sulfate injection, saying the product will improve access to life-saving maternal medicines while reducing dependence on imports. I'm Joseph Muyingo for UBC.
Thank you so much, Joseph Muyingo. Now, the Minister of Water and Environment, Major General Retired Kahindo Tafire, has raised concern over the growing commercialization of elections and alleging vote rigging. General Otafire made the remarks at the launch of the former National Parliamentary Candidates Forum 2025-2026, pledging to serve as the forum's patron and support efforts to strengthen the NRM through collective resolutions.
The forum brought together former parliamentary candidates from the NRM, independent and the opposition parties who contested in the 2025-2026 elections but were unsuccessful. Members of the forum cited various factors they believe contributed to their defeat in the race to represent their constituencies.
When we started from primary election NRM, there was a lot of irregularities which were fronted today, and we hope it will be addressed by our party structure.
The elections because I was cheated, and to the extent I went up to court, but again I lost because of unfairness that we are having in our country.
Despite their defeat, members expressed optimism that the forum will help them rebuild, reorganize, and strengthen their commitment to the NRM party.
Especially now when you talk of me, who is the NRM flag bearer, this is our ruling party, and from the time we lost the elections, we've not heard from him, we've not shared from him. We need trainings, we need ideological trainings, we need to be taken for these trainings. It's not all about jobs, but we need to let them continue engaging with us.
And so here we came to be able, first of all, to, when we are united, we are able to front your views. It's a collective effort to see how, because all of us, we are leaders in one way or another. We are different professionals. We are serving this country in different capacities. And therefore, when we come together here, one, we want to learn from what went wrong. And two, we want to put our collective voice to this country, to the leadership of this country.
These people have convened here to at least get to hear from General Kahindo Tafire, our patron, and to give us hope, and that is all. Just to give us hope, to encourage us to keep moving forward.
Forum patron and Minister of Water and Environment Major General Retired Kahindo Otafire pledged his full support to members as they rebuild and move forward.
PFF, anti-PFF, NUP, FDC, all these are splinter groups of NRM. There's a difference between DP and UPC. Those are older than we are. But these new ones, the language you NRM should be speaking is to ask them what went wrong. PPF, where you? What went wrong? Come back. Don't tell them, you go. Kwenda, nenda. In Unyankore we say, and I'll translate it. Owatejeka hakubura.
However, Otafire expressed concern over the growing voice of vote rigging and the commercialization of elections. He also urged the forum members to embrace a common agenda for Uganda and work together regardless of their political affiliations.
Leave me alone. Let me talk. I am talking my own ideas. When you say, together, no. You can do it at the secretariat. Those of you, NRM, you go to Katonga. Those of you who are NUP, you go to this other place, Kavure. The ones of FDC, you go to Najanankundi. The other group go to Katonga Road. There you can have your political agendas. But when we are here, we are one, the same, and we are united in singleness of purpose. And we must adopt a agenda that is pro-Uganda.
The forum's chairperson told UBC that members adopted a number of resolutions during the meeting.
NRM-centered forum, though we welcome opposition members who are willing to join NRM. So we believe, as being guided by our patron and what he promised us, for him, he said he's not the person who will offer solution to our problems, but his role is to take us to the party chairman And the party chairman is sure that the party chairman will listen to our plea and he will be able to help us.
Meanwhile, the forum launched its circle with Major General retired Kahinda Otafire contributing Ugandan shillings 5 million to support the initiative. Amwae Vanjuko and Stephen Kalisia for UBC.
Members.
Now, governors of East African Community Central Banks have reviewed progress on implementing the revised roadmap for the realization of the East African Monetary Union, including the establishment of a single regional currency by 2031. The discussion took place during the 29th Ordinary Meeting of the East African Community Monetary Affairs Committee in Kampala. Addressing the meeting, the governor of the Bank of Uganda said that the meeting comes at a time of significant shifts in the global economy, underscoring the need for stronger regional monetary and financial cooperation.
Colleagues, we are meeting at a time of profound change in the global economy as the growth dynamics are increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence, shifting commodity markets, and evolving trade policy. Inflation, while it is moderated across many economies, geopolitical tensions continue to exist, and the trade policies are constantly changing, and we are living in an environment of global financial market uncertainty, which is pushing up commodity prices.
Despite the significant global shocks and uncertainties, the Kenyan economy has remained resilient and is expected to remain the growth is expected to remain above the global as well as the sub-Saharan Africa averages in 2026 and also in 2027. This reflects the resilience and diversified nature of the economy, supported by the prevailing macroeconomic stability.
Our economy, like others, continue to face significant challenges due to geopolitical tension in the Middle East, the Sudan refugee crisis, supply chain disruption, rising energy costs, and climate-induced shocks. Although a high international crude oil price have supported South Sudan export earnings, the benefit has been partly offset by increased import costs.
I firmly believe that strengthening our resilience to external shocks require greater coordination and closer collaboration among our institutions than ever before.
Distinguished governors, your deliberations during this session will provide an important opportunity to assess the progress made, identify and address the remaining bottlenecks, and agree on practical actions that will move the monetary union agenda forward.
In more stories, government of Uganda has inaugurated a national task force to spearhead the implementation of competency-based education across higher education institutions. The initiative, championed by the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, is aimed at equipping learners with practical skills that meet the demands of the job market. Take a look.
Uganda has launched a national task force to oversee the implementation of competency-based education in higher learning institutions, marking a significant step towards transforming the country's education system. The initiative, championed by the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, seeks to ensure that learners graduate with practical skills and competencies required in today's labor market.
We need to start building a stronger foundation of our education system. And that's why we introduced the competence-based education and training at primary, secondary, at lower secondary, and now currently is going to upper secondary.
Competence-based education enables learners to progress after demonstrating mastery of specific knowledge and skills rather than spending a fixed amount of time in the classroom. The approach emphasizes innovation, practical application, and continuous assessment.
And we need to complete the cycle. Now we have started the process at the university. At the end of it all, we want to see this graduate that have the right skill,
we want to see graduate transition to the labor market with ease.
Although the curriculum was introduced 6 years ago, many institutions are yet to fully implement it. Uganda is among 9 African countries working with the World Health Organization to implement competency-based health training as part of wider efforts to improve education quality and workforce readiness. The task force brings together officials from universities, the Ministry of Education and Sports, associations of small-scale industries, and the private sector foundation.
And as Minister of Public Service, we have much interest in this because we need to take on graduates who are competent, skilled, and those are the ones we believe are going to be able to help this country steer the economic growth. So I believe this task force competence-based education and training is going to answer our long-term question we have been asking. We are not going to complain anymore.
The launch held under the theme Reimagining Higher Education Through Competency, Innovation, Collaboration and Experience is expected to accelerate reforms aimed at producing graduates with the skills required to drive Uganda's socio-economic transformation.
In more news tonight, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development has intensified the fight against child labour in Busia main market. Inspectors found children, some reportedly brought from Karamoja, sorting beans and groundnuts instead of attending school. The operation ended with traders pledging to stop employing children as government promises tougher enforcement.
We've left them this side, this side.
From a distance, it is another busy trading day, but a closer look reveals children where workers should be. Their tiny hands replacing classrooms with endless heaps of ground nuts.
And of course, this is a very much signal that these children are not going to school, which is a very much negative factor to our country and also to our economy.
Officials say many children accompany their mothers, while others are reportedly ferried from the Karamoja sub-region. They then become part of the cheap labor force in the market.
When we give them work as mothers, they end up coming with baby carriers. The younger ones who helps them to carry what? The small ones. So we end up having that challenge of child labor in our market.
Investigators say traders award contracts to adults who then subcontract the work to children for a fraction of the pay. This has created a cycle that continues to keep poverty alive.
We have seen some of the mothers carrying their babies on the back. They are showing them that working here, you can get money. And these babies who are on the back, as they crawl, as they stand, as they move, they also start doing the same business, which is not good. So meaning also on the side of the parents, they are not playing their role very well.
As traders gather before the officials, one by one, they speak. Samari Nekesa becomes the first to commit never to employ juveniles again. The pledge is welcomed by market leaders who now face the task of ensuring every trader keeps that promise.
Ekikulu kiri nti okutuyamba tubeere wamu n'abo abapoliisi tulyoke tuyambiwe abaana bano ate nga mulinako we mubateeka.
So we as produce, we are deciding from today that anyone who comes with a kid will not be given what? Chance to do the work in our market.
We are encouraging those people having businesses to stop using children in their businesses.
The Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development says the inspection is part of a nationwide campaign to eliminate child labour.
The big person gets a contract for sorting and also now employs these young children who are given little money. And of course for the young children, in the short run for them they see this is money, but it is not sustainable. It cannot maintain them, it cannot even be enough for them
for their growth. This is very much dangerous. We should stop this, and this vice should stop with immediate effect.
Parents, traders, and local leaders are urged to ensure that every child is in school, not in the marketplace. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Every day, thousands of Ugandan children walk to and from school, often sharing busy highways with speeding traffic. In Komi district, one school has been oriented beyond the classroom on road safety beyond turning pupils into ambassadors for safer roads. The campaign, spearheaded by Uganda Police and Lions Club of Komi Central, also carried messages on healthy living and environmental conservation.
These are pupils from Joy Kim Christian Nursery and Primary School in Komi municipality, headed for a demonstration on road safety.
On how to cross the road.
Seen doing the needful on Komi Parisa Highway is Logose Margaret, a traffic police officer.
Yes, Shadrach. Look left and right. Look left and right. Have you heard from Shadrach? Yes. I've looked on my left. I'm looking also on my right. I'm saying it's safe.
The idea is to prevent road carnage, which Komi, alongside other areas of Uganda, have suffered.
I will hurry and cross. Okay, have you seen how Logos has crossed? Yes. I've crossed. Am I safe? Yes. Very good, okay?
On average, we register like more than 3 accidents in a week involving school children. So we are trying at least to curb that carnage.
Please come and help me to do what?
It is a campaign which the Lions Club of Uganda has done in partnership with Uganda Police Force over the years.
We want these children to learn from a young age. When they become adults, even when they go home, they can tell their parents. So the campaign for road safety is here, and we are not ending soon until our roads become safer.
Most of them didn't know how to cross the road, so I was there with them, helping them, demonstrating to them on how to cross the road.
The initiative has been welcomed by the school administration.
And we want to ask government as well to add on that initiative and possibly maybe put humps ahead of that, so that it may really reduce it to a probability of 0 accident.
This was a culmination of Lions Club activities at the school, including awareness on healthy lifestyles.
I want an answer from one of you. To be a disciplined child, what do you do?
You can help even your teacher, even at home. You can help out at home. When do we wash our hands? Or when can we wash our hands?
As part of environmental conservation awareness, trees were also planted.
Live around the environment for shade and benefits, but for hunger, to fight hunger. That's why we planted here fruit trees.
At the end of the day, it was an engagement worth the time. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now we'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more stories.
MTN voice bundle. Ay. Load. Hey. Hello, Mama. Hey, it is me, your son of you. Hey, now, Mama, listen to me. MTN has the offer. Yes, it has the offer. You load from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now they have free MTN to MTN minutes. And those minutes are there all day. So you load, you'll thank me later. Hey, Mama.
Load an MTN voice bundle between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and get 3 free MTN to MTN minutes valid all day. Dial *100 *21# and get your free minutes bully daily. Free your fire with free minutes from MTN. Together, our connection is unstoppable. MTN.
Fellow countrymen and women, I'm Dr. Rosemary Nansuga-Seninde, the NRM Head of Mobilization. I call upon you to take the forthcoming local council elections very seriously, because the leaders we shall elect at this level will be responsible for the government programs that will directly benefit all of us, such as PDM, Emioga, health services and others. Remember, it is at the village level that government meets the people. Fellow Ugandans, once again, I thank you for entrusting His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni with an overwhelming mandate for the next 5 years. He has formed government which is already delivering. Please note that NRM commands resounding support at both district and sub-county levels across the country. Therefore, don't waste your vote. Don't create divisions at the grassroots. Vote NRM candidates on the 23rd for women councils and 28th for the village chairpersons for proper coordination and implementation of the NRM manifesto. May God bless His Excellency the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. God bless NRM and God bless Uganda.
What if accessing government services became easier, faster, and closer to you? Introducing Service Uganda Centers, a new initiative designed to bring key government services closer to the people under one convenient location. Less movement from office to office, less unnecessary travel, better access to services and information. At the Service Uganda Centers, citizens will be able to access national ID services, passport processing, business registration, land and revenue services, and more, all in one convenient location. Whether you are in the city or upcountry, Service Uganda Centers are being designed with you in mind. Enjoy faster service, professional guidance, and a seamless customer experience. This is an initiative of the Government of Uganda, digitally powered by the National Information Technology Authority Uganda, NITA, under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project Government Network. Service Uganda Centers, bringing services closer to the people.
There's a new way to keep your breath fresh all day. Introducing Movit All Day Toothpaste, meant to give you powerful night gum defense and teeth whitening. The charcoal flavor gives you deep cleansing and power stain removal. And the herbal delivers natural strength for healthy, confident smiles. Choose Movit All Day Toothpaste and enjoy freshness all day.
The Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, Right Honorable Richard Todwong, on behalf of the NRM National Chairman, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, congratulates all NRM village chairpersons and women council flag bearers who were elected to contest in village elections. In the same spirit, the NRM Secretary General reminds all party supporters across the country to note and massively participate in the following important activities. On Wednesday, the 22nd of July 2026, all NRM supporters are reminded to attend barazas in their villages for final mobilization. On Thursday, the 23rd of July, women above 18 years are to elect women council committees in all villages across the country, while voting for village chairpersons will take place on Tuesday, the 28th of July 2026. Please note, all flag bearers of NRM, LC1 chairpersons and women councils are reminded that from the 11th to the 14th of July 2026 is their endorsement by parish registrars, while nomination by the National Electoral Commission is scheduled for the 15th to the 19th of July 2026. We have seen what peace and stability under the NRM government can do. Vote for NRM flag bearers. Vote for progress.
Welcome back to UBC News Tonight. Government has signed a partnership with that will see tractors and other agricultural machinery manufactured locally as part of the efforts to modernize agriculture and create jobs. The deal brings together Operation Wealth Creation, Farasi Agricultural Machinery Company, and the Grain Council of Uganda.
The partnership was signed at Chirima Heritage Farm in Nakaseke District and witnessed by Operation Wealth Creation Chief Coordinator General Salim Saleh. General Salim Saleh said the collaboration will accelerate agro-industrialization, improve food security and drive Uganda's socio-economic transformation.
Of the manufacturing sector, first of all, creates employment. There's no sector that can create as much employment as the manufacturing sector, all countries which have transformed their economies have focused on industry, on manufacturing. Why? Because manufacturing industry is the largest source of employment, which creates income. Then you increase aggregate demand, which now moves again industrial, both domestic and foreign direct investment. So we have services, but services cannot employ as many people as the industry would employ.
The partnership will increase access to agricultural machinery while establishing training centers for tractor operators, mechanics and engineers.
We think now when all the entire value chain of production is localized, then our farmers will also be assured of not having source of maintenance.
The Grain Council of Uganda says mechanization will improve grain production and gradually reduce dependence on hand-hoe farming.
Farazi technology is good for the smallholder farmer, the 4-acre model of the president, and they are going to produce the working tractors. They are going to produce different horsepower tractors up to, I think, 120 horsepower. The one you saw today, that one is 75 HP. The point is, you cannot develop an economy with the agrarian basic technology. That is why the role of the tractor is coming here.
Operation Wealth Creation will coordinate implementation of the partnership to ensure it aligns with government priorities.
We look forward to the support to smallholders, because our land tenure in Uganda is such that my big percentage is smallholder, and Faras has promised that they would manufacture hand tractors appropriate to smallholder production.
For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
African leaders meeting in Accra are calling for a shift from aid dependence to domestic funding to secure the continent's health future. The call was made at a high-level dialogue on the emergence of the African Union Extraordinary Summit on Health, convened by the African Renaissance Trust and the Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete Foundation. The high-level interactive policy dialogue brought together ministers, AU institutions, regional economic communities, development partners and private sector leaders.
Held 25 years after the Abuja Declaration, participants agreed Africa must rethink how it finances health amid declining aid, raising debt, and growing demand for quality care. Former Tanzanian President Jakaya Kikwete challenged governments to invest in primary health care, institutionalize accountability, expand local pharmaceutical manufacturing, and leverage regional cooperation.
Countries across our continent are already showing the way. Kenya, for example, has earmarked health levies. Tanzania is scaling up national health insurance, make it universal. Malawi has direct facility financing. Mauritius has strategic purchasing. But this is to mention but a few. So all countries have waken up. They are trying all they can to make sure that there is financing for healthcare development.
Representing Ghana's Vice President, Deputy Health Minister, Professor Grace Ayensu Dakwa reaffirmed Ghana's commitment to universal health coverage through initiatives like the Ghana Medical Trust Fund and free primary health care.
The initiative places strong emphasis on preventive health care, which is more effective and less costly than treating advanced illnesses. Under the program, every Ghanaian is entitled to regular basic health screening, including tests for conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, and certain cancers. The initiative also provides maternal and child care services, immunization, treatment of common illnesses, community outreach, home visits, public health education, aiming at promoting healthy lifestyles.
The panel stressed the need for closer collaboration between ministries of finance and health, stronger accountability, and investment in digital technologies and the African Medicines Agency. A major highlight was the unveiling of the African Renaissance Health Financing Insights Dashboard, a new continental platform to track domestic health commitments and financing gaps.
Also ensures that we are seeing a health outcomes scorecard that measures different indicators. You will see a map, you will see your country on this dashboard. You will also have the opportunity to compare how your country is performing among other groups of countries, particularly within your region.
This is not only about mobilizing more resources. It's equally about making every available resource work harder and deliver better results.
The dialogue reaffirmed that for Africa, health must be treated not as a cost, but a strategic investment in people, productivity, and national security. The high-level policy dialogue was held under the theme Advancing Africa's Health Agenda through Domestic Financing, Accountability, and Strategic Innovations. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
The government of Uganda has launched a nationwide monthly community cleaning exercise to improve sanitation and protect public health.
For 3 hours, let Uganda stop and clean. During this time, all businesses shall remain closed. The National Cleaning Days initiative runs under the slogan, "A clean Uganda is everybody's responsibility." The initiative establishes the last Saturday of every month from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. as a National Cleaning Day, during which all Ugandans are expected to participate in community cleaning activities. Unnecessary movements of persons and vehicles is strictly prohibited during the 3 hours of cleaning activities. Exemptions will only be made for genuine emergencies and essential vehicles such as ambulances, fire and rescue services, and security operations. I urge all motorists, businesses, and members of the general public to plan accordingly.
Every last Saturday of the month, from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., every citizen is expected to take part in this 3-hour nationwide effort. Together, we can reduce disease, build safer communities, and create a cleaner, healthier Uganda. This is our shared duty and our national pride. Be there, participate. Let's build a healthy Uganda. This message is brought to you by the government of Uganda.
Alo.
Yesebo mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono broka.
Yenze broka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za mwenunjiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Bangambye saa 5.
Nedda ssebo eno zaali nnyabuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Anti ne valiyo y'ekitundu yalinnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya.
Ku ceiling tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Owa. Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo okusasulira essente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
In Uganda, mornings don't begin with sunrise. They begin with courage. One man, one factory that has refused to stay silent. With one spark of courage, a chain of prosperity begins.
We are together. We rise together.
one Ugandan stands up, the nation moves. Pearl Bank. Grow. Prosper.
Every life begins in a moment like this. Certain, planned, full of promise. For us, it's a bold ambition to make lives better. Because somewhere, someone is stepping into a world of work for the first time with the confidence that their retirement is taken care of. We make dreams possible. From owning homes to scaling businesses. And when health takes an unexpected turn, help is there when it's needed most. And because legacies matter, what people build does not end with them. It's passed on. We value moments with go-getters, bold dreamers and believers. Different paths, different rhythms, with one shared belief that financial freedom is within reach. For 40 years, we've made lives better and fueled Uganda's economy. Through careful investment, we have supported businesses, created jobs, and backed our nation. To us, it's more than saving. It's believing in effort, in patience, in possibility. It's making lives better. We believe in you, in us, and in Uganda.
NSSF, 40 years of making lives better.
Welcome to the last segment of UBC News Tonight, and where Uganda Premier League champions Vipers Sports Club made a flying start to the 2026 Sekafa Kagame Cup campaign with a commanding 3-0 victory over Djibouti's Garde Republicane in their Group A opener in Kigali, Rwanda. The Venoms produced a dominant display as Abdul Karim Watambala opened the scoring before returning Uganda Cranes forward Farouk Mia marked his competitive comeback with a goal, helping Vipers announce their intentions in the regional championship. Fresh from winning the Uganda Premier League title, Vipers looked composed despite integrating several new faces into the squad. Coach Dennis Lavane's side controlled possession for long spells and created the better chances throughout the contest. Watambala broke the dead dreadlock with a composed finish before the Uganda champions extended their advantage after the break. Mia then capped a memorable return to the Chitende Best Club with a goal on his first competitive appearance since rejoining from Europe, completing an emphatic 3-0 victory. The convincing result puts Vipers in a strong position in Group A as they target a place in the knockout stages and continue preparations for the upcoming domestic season and the CAF Champions League. The Venoms will now turn their attention to their next group match, hoping to build on an impressive opening performance in their pursuit of a first ever Sekafa Kagame Cup title. Uganda's 3x3 women's basketball team, the Gazelles, continued their impressive start at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games with a commanding victory in the second game of the competition. After being stretched to the limit by Jamaica in the opening match, Melissa Akulo, Jen Asinde, Jamila Nance-Kombi and Perus Namwenge responded with a composed performance against the Cayman Islands. The Gazelles dominated proceedings, combining strong inside play with accurate shooting from beyond the arch to secure a comfortable 21-7 victory. The results keep Uganda's hopes high as the team targets a strong showing at the games and of course is competing across several disciplines including athletics, netball, boxing, swimming, para-swimming, weightlifting, para-powerlifting, judo, track cycling and 3x3 basketball. Athletics remain one of Uganda's key medal hunting areas, with the country's celebrated distance runners expected to lead the charge while the She Cranes carry Uganda's ambitions in netball. The boxing team, swimmers, cyclists and weightlifters will also be aiming to make their mark on the Commonwealth stage. For the Gazelles, attention now shifts to their final game of the opening day, a highly anticipated East African derby against rivals Kenya, where they will look to maintain their perfect start in Glasgow. And that's all we had for you in this hour. DJ Miller Sharon at 10 p.m. for more news coming your way. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Stay tuned on UBC TV for more programming.
This is a special announcement. The management of Namiyango College Seta, Mukono District, regrets to inform the public about the disappearance of one of our students, Mpora Raymond, of Senior 4 class. He was last seen at the school on 22nd July 2026. Raymond is a person of average height, slender, and often smiles while talking to people. Anyone who may see Raymond or has information regarding his whereabouts is kindly requested to report to the nearest police station or contact us on the following numbers: 0772 674 735 or